Hi friends, strangers, internet. My name is Emily. I love colorful language and colorful makeup. Welcome to my channel. If you've been here before or if you're new, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. And you are here just in time for another episode of New Makeup Nonsense Bingo. Woo, woo, woo. New Makeup Nonsense Bingo is one part new makeup release video, one part bingo game, and one part drinking game. I have some pink wine for this pastel pink bunny cat, kitty cat, bunny, I don't know, angel cat look. I'm dabbling hair. Sorry, I'm just gonna keep that in because that's life. I am dabbling in some Halloween, spooky, whatever looks, and I'm sharing them on my social media when and if I want. So that's what we have going on today. And New Makeup Nonsense Bingo is a game I play with two of my dear friends. So I created this concept and launched it with Teresa of Teresa is Dead, and our dear friend Audra of Audra at Home has joined the party. And I just realized, because I know this is something that both of my dear friends struggle with, now you can say Emily of It Perfectly M, because they would always say Emily of, and it was like Emily of emilyhanhan, but now it's Emily of Imperfectly M. This is a shit show of a video that I always have so much fun filming. So I wanted to let you know this is an open tag. If you're a creator and you want to do New Makeup Nonsense Bingo, consider yourself invited. We have community bingo cards and hashtags in the description box, along with a community playlist that I can add you to. Once you have a video link, just like find me somewhere on the internet and I can add the video to the community playlist. It's a great place to check out other people that are, you know, playing this game whenever they so desire. So we also work from a pile of communal photos that Audra, Teresa, and I pull. Usually it's just Audra and Teresa, to be honest. So because we have this big pile of new releases, we pick through them randomly. So I like to show you the possible options and a couple of things to note. One, if there's anything that you see in this little moment that I don't get to talk about in today's video, you can leave me a comment letting me know you would like to hear my thoughts on them or on the products or the post, whatever, because I can talk about those in the New Makeup Hangover. Second of all, I just remembered we were off last week because it was Teresa's birthday, so happy birthday to our pumpkin queen. And I'm sure we have a lot of possible releases to talk about, so we'll see how this goes. But before I show you the photos, I also wanted to say that if you like colorful makeup, if you like bitches with lots of opinions, or you just like cute fat babes, I would love for you to subscribe and definitely stick around for other shenanigans on the channel. Y'all, we need to talk. We need to talk about how this September is gonna come out of my nose. You're cute, but you're annoying me. Okay, but we also need to talk about Superdrug and RuPaul. So, I saw this yeah, this was like right after we filmed, I think, the last time, or maybe I just missed it. I don't know. But so there is a new collection. The Eurostar Baby is the collection. It is at Superdrug, which is a UK drugstore. I don't know if they're kind of like an Ulta in that they have a range of price points or if they're more affordable. But either way, it's like their in-house brand. Y'all, I am doing lots of inner child work, inner teen work in general in my life. But I feel like I am also doing inner child work on the evolution of RuPaul, because who expected the downfall? As of before a couple years ago, I didn't. And this is like such a sad collection. There's a highlighter palette and lipstick trios and some multiple boring eyeshadow palettes and lip duos and lookbooks and gift sets and liquid eyeshadows. And you cannot tell me that RuPaul is putting any of his fucking makeup on her face. About the entire RuPaul franchise, brand, IP, whatever, I'd rather not. Okay, I definitely miss this in the cavalcade of color flop trash. But there is a new collection, the Troublemaker collection, that has a set of, or has jelly matte shadows, 6 of them in duochrome finishes. There are 6 Luxe Velvet liquid lips, and there is the Troublemaker pressed powder palette called Sorry Not Sorry for $18. Now, yet again, or I think in general, there's some 90s and even 2000s nostalgia happening, I guess in fashion too, but in makeup, that I do have a soft spot for. And so the cover of this palette, I was like, for a moment, like, oh, fuck yeah. But the absolute audacity to name this Troublemaker and or name it Sorry Not Sorry, and then make this like cool tone neutral palette that doesn't have a lot of, I know it's supposed to be purple, and I feel like they like really photoshopped in some duochrome effects in the pan, but I don't fucking trust ColourPop, and I don't find their shimmer formula to be inspiring whatsoever. So calling this a Troublemaker palette, absolutely fucking not. I do not believe you, ColourPop. I do not believe the photoshopping. I do not believe the market imaging. And also, no, just no. This is nothing. This is nothing. And you have managed to portray it like it's some badass collection. Get the fuck out of here. Let's talk about this Glamlight Scooby-Doo collection. It's Glamlight's like Halloween collection. There are 2 tin pan eyeshadow palettes. There's the Creeps and Crawls eyeshadow palette for $20. There's a Rutro Raggy for $20. There's a highlighter. It's a two color highlighter, duochrome highlighters with iridescent sparkles. It's $18. There's a mascara, 3 lipsticks, liquid eyeliner, and lashes. Now, I enjoy Scooby-Doo, but I don't fully have the same, like, it doesn't have the same nostalgic grab for me that I actually know it has on like quite a few friends. So for me, like, I look at this collection more in the headspace of like, wow, this is more tempting than I expected it to be, considering it's Glamlight and considering it's Scooby-Doo, and like that IP has some pull on my heartstrings, but not a lot. First of all, Glamlight, you're cowards. You gave me green and purple lipstick packaging and it was these like basic tones, okay? But I actually really love the look of the highlighter, both in terms of the colors and the sparkly texture they picked and the packaging. And I do kind of like the 2 palettes they put out. I don't know, it's interesting. Audra did a live stream last week about new makeup, and there was a lot of people talking about like how it didn't feel like Scooby-Doo. That's fine, I get that. You know, your feelings are valid as fuck. But like, I am shocked at how pretty these color stories are, which tempts me, but like, it doesn't tempt me because I don't know if I'm really in love with Glamlight's formulas. But it's interesting because I think because I'm actually impressed with color stories that I'm not hating on it. Like, I really actually think that the green, teal, blue palette, not the one that looks more of like looks like a Terra Moon palette, you know, duplicate. But the other one, it is pretty to me. But like, I don't know, it's a weird release of like, I think this stuff looks visually interesting. I think that some of the things feel more successful than others. I think the lenticular packaging on the highlighter, fuck yes, I would buy the highlighter. I would. But it's just an interesting space because like, I'm still not excited by Glamlight in a lot of ways. But I am far more excited about the size of these palettes and the release, the collection, than I have been with anything they've done in a really long time. And one thing I wanted to comment on, because I am very long-winded, is I know like some people were talking about, oh, well, if these palettes are only $20, how are they doing that? The quality must be so much less. But if you're getting 2 10-pan palettes and each are $20, you're getting a 20-pan palette basically for $40. It doesn't feel that off with pricing versus the other Glamlight stuff. And I could be wrong. But yeah, like, I think that there's this interesting space in this release where I'm like, I kind of like it and I kind of respect what the collection looks like, but I also feel like a lot of people are not into it, and I'm a little confused. I don't know. It's pretty, but I'm most likely gonna just look from afar. And I don't know how long I've just been talking on that, but like, I had a feeling it's gonna happen. Anyway, I still think it's a collaboration for something not known in their makeup. So like, there's that, you know, but when I compare it to like Barbie or Frosted Flakes or Icy or Michaela, I like this release the most. Look, I saw a couple of different things and we're just smashing it all together. There's a lot of chocolate themed releases right now. There are 3 I'm going to talk about all in one go. So there is yet another release from ColourPop. This is the Not a Box of Chocolates eyeshadow palette. It's a 16-pan palette for $24. Then that collection also has some of their lip lacquers and their Luxe lipsticks, and you can get the full collection as a bundle. So there's that one. There's also a fucking Swiss Miss scented flavored balm.com from Glossier, which is truly making me upset to my stomach. I don't like chocolate scents. I don't like chocolate flavors. I think I don't really want chocolate in my makeup or near my makeup or themed with makeup in a lot of ways, especially now as a balm. I can't. And then there is a She Glam collection that is a Willy Wonka collection. Everything smells like chocolate. There is an eyeshadow palette. There's the Violet Flush blush. That's a color-changing blueberry scented blush that appears violet in pan and uses your unique pH to apply as a perfect pink with a dewy finish. There's a Cocoa Kiss Lip Duo, solid chocolate egg or golden egg solid perfume, and you get the whole collection. The pH blushes, the fact that brands are like, oh, y'all have gotten, a sense of our ways with pH balms and you're not as impressed, so now we're just gonna put that balm formula into a compact pan and call it a blush. Get the fuck out of here. I mean, I see you. Also, no, I don't. I don't get the reason why. I mean, the glossierbalm.com I'm whatever about. I don't really care. Fine. For the holidays, hot cocoa balm.com. I get it. But I think the fact that both of the She Glam and ColourPop releases have come out in a moment where, like, I don't think either one of those brands is, like, missing releases. Why would you not just release this around Valentine's Day? Like, both brands and both brands, like, the releases are so fucking basic. There are so many. I do think that there are ways to do, like, a chocolatey palette that could be really interesting. I think I read somewhere, somebody was talking about, like, chocolate and berries. Like, imagine if these brands had actually gone really deep and rich with, like, dark chocolatey shades and, like, raspberry and so it's like a berries and browns palette. But, like, both brands did very basic color stories, and it makes me, like, I'm actually more upset about the Willy Wonka collection because holy fuck, the Gene Wilder Willy Wonka movie was a core part of my childhood, which probably explains a lot. And adulthood, not just childhood. And it's a fucking twisted ass movie. And this is such a basic, beige, boring ass collection. That Willy Wonka movie is psychedelic and fucked up and like, you did that? Like, again, the nostalgia connection offends me more because you had so much material. And I mean, it's Shein, I don't expect much, but I'm still offended. A little camera battery change, turn on the AC, and drink more wine. And here's the other thing I'm gonna say. It's like, I know I was just roasting She Glam, deservedly, but also ColourPop. I see you releasing a bunch of shit after what was probably maybe was a failed launch and a lot of backlash, and so now you're pumping out fucking boring basic ass releases to distract us and make up for maybe some lost money because transphobia. We don't support that. Maybe that's what's happening. I don't know. Look, If you didn't see my last video, if you did not see my Southern Valley Girl bullshit nonsense, I already own Natasha's mini gold palette. So like, just gonna take that spot on the bingo card for that. And we're gonna move it on. You know what? I'm gonna take a moment and talk about this new release from Half Magic Beauty, because it falls into a genre of makeup releases that typically make me very happy. So Half Magic Beauty has released single shadows and an empty eyeshadow palette, a magnetic palette. So the singles are $12 each, and it looks like they come in like a little, like the container reminds me of like little egg cartons, but in a very complimentary way, and they're like a neon chartreuse greeny yellow, so you've got me right there. So anyway, Half Magic has new eyeshadow singles. They're $12 each. Silky mattes, glossy metallics, and crystal shimmers. I think there's like 7 colors in each collection. There is the Forever palette for $26. It's a magnetic and recyclable palette to pop in your singles with any other magnetic pans. They have a Create a palette set for $90. That's the full shadow range with the palette. And the Pyramid Eye Brush is $18. I guess it's just 7 shades in total, not 7 shades per color family. So here's the thing. When I'm actually looking at these shadows, I'm not particularly inspired. Am I intrigued to maybe see what comes? Perhaps. And I will say the palette, the chartreuse yellow-green palette looks beautiful, but it also looks like it has a lot of wasted space inside because of this like mirror and base that looks like you can like take out and recycle, or throw away and recycle the rest, and I guess replace them as they wear out, stuff like that. So like, I can see the thought put into this, but I'm not quite there yet. Like, I want to buy it for science. I would be kind of tempted to try the palette, a glossy metallic and a crystal shimmer, just because I'm more of a sparkle person when it comes to singles, and when it comes to eyeshadow in general. It's like, I want to root for this release, but I don't know. As I was talking through it, I was like, actually, does this seem really boring? But yeah, talking about it actually kind of talked me out of like being tempted to pick it up anytime soon. That happens sometimes. I am not technically buying it for science currently, but it's on my list of things I might buy for science, so we're putting it there for now. I'm gonna do that thing again where I cluster together a couple of releases, because we have 2 different releases from Viseart, and what the fuck? Look, Viseart was on my list for a really, really, really long time of brands I wanted to try. It was just like the eyeshadow formula. I was like, I have to try the mattes and see if they're that amazing, blah, blah, blah. I finally did buy a palette from them in the last year. I'm happy to have it in my collection, the Violet Entendu one, but I don't necessarily feel like it was life-changing. But as they have evolved as a brand, I've gotten more confused by them, because I always knew them as this like professional makeup artist brand. And I think that they're in this like weird space where they're trying to be more for consumers, but also for makeup artists. And I just think that they are flopping and failing. So there are 2 different releases. There is the Entendu palette in Le Maurice, inspired by the maze of Le Maurice, the charming cobbled streets and vibrant cafe courtyards. It's a $44 palette that has 12 shades of warm woody browns, wine-rich mattes, and golden coppers with matte, metallic, and duochrome shimmer finishes. Okay, hold on. So, just a little Googling showed me so much more color and vibrancy in Le Maurice than this palette. And somebody in one of the Discords I'm in said this, and I cannot agree more. Viseart is that girl that has turned Paris into their entire personality. It's not a special palette. It's not even special to the Viseart line. And I feel like they framed it as such a like, oh, our collection has been missing this palette. And then they had the audacity to release a couple of more palettes pretty soon after that. Let me find them. I can't even fucking find them on the account they should be on. But they released 2 more 8-pan palettes that are neutral with like a pop of turquoise and a pop of purple. And the funniest thing to me, I love when brands do magnetic packaging. But when it comes to Viseart, it kind of bites them in the ass because I looked at both of those and I thought, you know, if you bought that one 8-pan that they did that was beautifully jewel toned and had some nice depth and interest, and you had any of the other Viseart neutral palettes, you can literally make the 2 other palettes that they released. There are brands that are absolutely on my list of like, I think your expiration date is approaching soon, and Viseart is one of those brands on the list for me. Oh look, it's neutral with a pop of blue and a pop of yellow, and we are supposed to be so excited for that. That indeed is Kylie. Kylie Cosmetics has revealed and released their Batman collection. It's their Halloween collection. There's an eyeshadow palette, a highlighter, a makeup bag, a mini eyeliner set, and a lip set. Look, the inspiration, the aesthetics of the packaging with the retro comic look, yes, fuck me up. The brand, fuck right off. And like the thing that really confirmed it for me is I was poking around reading about this release on different you know, places like Reddit and the like. I'm not saying I'm on Reddit, but I'm just you know, just saying, I do research. People had a struggle with this release and the Kylie website. You are a $1 billion brand, or should I say a $1 billion brand. Your site should not be having the kinds of troubles it still does. But it does, because you don't fucking care. So no, I don't want to give that brand my money. And while I could convince myself to be excited about that palette in an aesthetic and color story way, in the reality, I think, get the fuck out of here. And I feel like I've said that like 10 times in this video, but isn't that what you come for? Oh, right. Viseart. You don't even fucking go here. You don't. No. Fuck off. Fuck right off. And I'm gonna call Kylie same shit, new packaging, because she can do the same basic ass bullshit makeup, the same, I don't know, ColourPop or whoever owns her now makeup, and change the packaging and sells like hotcakes, I guess. Okay, y'all. There's this release that a lot of people might hate. I I should probably hate it too. But similar to the Glamlight and Scooby-Doo release, I have this like, and I guess kind of like the Half Magic release, I have this feeling of like, oh, but I actually kind of like that. And that's with the Lunar Beauty Advent Calendar release. So Lunar Beauty for holiday 2022 is doing a build your own palette in an advent calendar style. So for $50, you get the advent calendar, and it has one empty magnetic palette and 12 single eyeshadows in different finishes. And the brand is also releasing 2 lip oils in like more saturated colors. Available October 21st, which is already passed as you're seeing this. I know that the idea of buying like 12 single eyeshadows or a palette where I don't know the color story of, yes, in a lot of ways I'm like, fuck off. But there is a part of me that is into this concept. I don't know if it's specifically that I'm into it though with Lunar Beauty. But I think smaller indie brands that do single shadows, take note, because I think this concept is kind of cool. And you know, I have tried Lunar Beauty eyeshadow. I think that some of the stuff is good, some of the stuff is not great, but it's also been years since I've tried it, so I don't really know. But there's just something about this that like, it feels just inventive enough that it's exciting to me. But I also understand the people that are like, absolutely the fuck not. But I think in the concept of like beauty advent calendars at price points that I could manage, this might be number 1 on the list. Which is a little shocking, but like, I like it. And it also has the thin chocolate advent calendar aesthetics. Like the advent calendar box seems like it's more on the thin side, which makes sense because single eyeshadow shouldn't take up a bunch of space. So like, bravo, Lunar Beauty. Like, I'm kind of digging it. Yeah, it's still more holiday bullshit, but cheers to you. So I know there's a new Scooby-Doo movie, which is why there is this whole Glamlight collection. But I saw a second collection that, no, let's not do this. Let's not do this. Now, where did I see it? That's the question. So, Mad Beauty, which I know nothing about, but I feel like it must be a UK-based brand because pricing is in pounds, has a collaboration with Scooby-Doo. And, you know, it has things like, Audra, you asked for a palette in the shape of the Magic Mystery Band. I'm probably saying that wrong because I'm not a true fan. It has that. It has some body washes and shower caps and an infused sponge and a bath fizzer. But the real cherry on top, pièce de résistance, are these Skinwalker face masks. So there are these face masks, the sheet masks that are creepy. They're creepy. They're creepy. Their choices of where they're going to place the holes for your eyes and also for your mouth is, they made choices. The mouth holes on all of them not really lining up with the mouths of the art is something. I might have nightmares looking at that again. I mean, yeah. it's technically skincare, so I'm gonna give it the skincare spot on the card, but it is skincare that I rebuke. Speaking of IP collabs, we might as well tell Makeup Revolution to get the fuck out of here, because they have collaborated with Shrek. And Shrek in the I Heart Revolution line. So there is a Happily Ever After shadow palette for $25. Buy night one way, buy day another for $18. The Shrek shadow palette for $25. There's the Donkey on the Edge mini palette for $9. Puss in Boots palette for $9. Need a Hero palette for $9. With the Farquaad palette for $9. Lipsticks for $10. Some masks, some wands, and bags. There is what I thought was a green lipstick, and instead is a fucking peach lip balm for $10. There is a gingerbread man-shaped highlighter, a Shrek headband, and a fancy Shrek themed mirror. And yet again, Makeup Revolution continues to show how they need a fucking edit button. I'm not even saying I want a lot of these. I'm not saying the products are good quality. I'm saying this would have been a cute collection with about half the products cut out. Bleh. Because I actually think the silly gingerbread man highlighter is cute. I think the Shrek ear headband is smart. I think the mirror is smart. I think the mini palettes are not bad. I think the lipsticks are solid. Brushes and bags, whatever. But all of the big palettes, you don't know. So like, I mean, I still don't understand why it's happening now. But I guess it's a thing. It exists. Yet again, it's more like makeup is merch and... okay. By the way, EOS lip balms are still terrible, and they still completely part your lips. Even if they have a cute Beetlejuice themed packaging, they are still trash. Do not waste your money on them. Okay, bye. Ooh. Okay, this is cute. Okay, let's talk about this. So, the Oma by Sharon C line, which is the lower price line made by Oma Beauty that is available in Walmart, has added to the collection. So they have 3 quads that are $10 each. They have 4 blushes that are $12 each, 4 bronzers that are $12 each. There's a multi-use product for $7. It's Complicated, and it's in 4 shades. There's a floss gloss, it's 3 shades, $7.50 each. A lip balm for $7, and then there are 6 shades of this Lips Don't Lie sheer lipsticks for $7.50 each. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to budget or affordable makeup and like how far it's come. I don't know anything about these formulas, but the aesthetics on all of these feel very much like, yes, let's do this. Now, like some of the clear tubes, like the lipsticks, look like they could probably look or feel a little cheaper, but then some of the clear packaging is giving me Tower 28 and that whole energy. And I love a quad. These aren't like the most exciting quads, and I think they could probably use a little depth, a little zhuzhing up, but like, I think the green quad is cute. It's like, I don't necessarily, you know what? I would probably pick up a sheer lippy product, because I have one from the Oma Beauty line, and it's a nice formula. So I guess this is just a little bit of a like, I am into it. I'm into seeing some of the, like, I think Walmart is actually, I don't know, I think this Oma by Sharon C and the AF94, which is the About Face line that's in Walmart, I think those 2 lines alone are breathing such a breath of fresh air into the affordable makeup space, because Maybelline, L'Oreal, Revlon, like, who fucking cares? But some of these brands like Oma by Sharon C, AF94, Moira Beauty, or Moira Cosmetics, or whatever their specific name is, like these kinds of brands are, I think they're giving some of the bigger drugstore giants a run for their money, and they might be giving brands like ColourPop a run for their money. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But like, cool. I'm cool with it. I'm gonna say that Drunk Me might buy it because there's definitely some affordable makeup shopping that might happen while I'm tipsy or drunk, because this stuff looks pretty cool. Okay, y'all, I feel like I've been searching for this post forever because I feel like there are so many releases that have come out. But I saw these blushes, I feel like probably like right after I filmed the last new makeup video. And I am intrigued. So Fashion Fair Cosmetics, which has come back, and I think they're at Sephora specifically, have released these Lush Blush Duos. It's a lightweight and buildable cream blush that can be worn alone for a fuss-free look or layered under the powder blush for a pop of color that lasts all day. It's supposed to have medium coverage with a radiant finish, cream formula, and they specifically mentioned no ashy or gray undertones. It's available now, and they are $39 each. So like my first impression when I saw this post was like, these colors look really beautiful and the packaging looks lovely. I wasn't sure if they were powder duos or cream duos, but I kind of love the powder and cream duo if I like those formulas, because I am less into cream blush. I'm definitely like avoiding spending money on cream blush because of discovering and confirming my preferences. But I think that this kind of release and these kinds of tones, especially this time of year, like they feel very autumnal, but they also feel like tones that you could use anytime. I'm just curious. I haven't heard a lot about the Fashion Fair line since they came back to Sephora, and what I have heard hasn't been the best. So I'm not gonna be the one testing these out, but I did kind of see them and get a put it on my face kind of energy. So I think I'm gonna call it that, because I've seen them posted multiple times on different, new makeup release platforms accounts. And every time I see it, I'm like, ooh, what is that? What is that? And like, I have to remind myself, oh, those are those Fashion Fair blushes. So consider me intrigued as your resident blush slut. And actually, that gives me bingo, which is probably for the best because we've gone through 2 of these little bottles of wine, and that's enough. One of the other times I filmed and I had bought these, I drank all 4, and no, we shouldn't be doing that. So anyway, from your resident pastel Kit Kat, I will say thank you so much for hanging out during this bingo. I feel like, I don't know how I feel. Definitely leave me your thoughts in the comments. If you would like me to talk about anything in the hangover for next week, either things that were shown in this video that I did not get to, or things that have released since I filmed, leave me a comment or tag me on Instagram, and I will do my best to talk about them if I can remember, because I'm also bad with that. Anyway, I'm gonna go now because we've been here for a while, and I want to thank you for spending a bit of your day with me. Don't forget to go check out Audra's and Teresa's videos if you have not already, and if you are coming over from one of their channels, hello, hi, goodbye, but also say hi in the comments because I always love hearing from y'all. Clappity clap, clap, clap. We're gonna go. Don't forget to take care of yourself better today than you did yesterday. Thank you to my patrons and my channel members for all your support. My Patreon and my channel membership is a great way to support me a little further. And I would love if anybody watching was interested in doing so. You know, you can hop over and join. Okay, that was a lot of words just to say goodbye.